Pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, sir, if you will, do the roll call.
Councilman O'Flaherty.
Present.
Councilman Castillo.
Present.
Councilman Bazia.
Here.
And Supervisor.
Present. All right, good morning, folks.
Good morning.
So, if you would turn to, it looks like Justice, the point ones, and it is 1110-4. Should read the first, read the beginning miscellaneous.
Oh, on the miscellaneous?
Right here. The red one.
There you go. Okay, under the town justice line, under the top, under personnel, point one, current hourly salary is $23,500. Proposed salary is $24,000, and the board has agreed to go 2.75 on that, and the total on that is going to be $24,146.25. Times 2, that's going to change that 48 to 4829, or excuse me, $48,292.50. Under the court clerks, we do not have court clerks, or actually clerk to justice, so that's just on a different line, so we'll switch them around. That is 80 hours work. Currently, it's at 2032. 80 hours is for 2 employees, and the proposal was a 6% increase, and again, the board is agreeing with the 2.75, so the request at $21.54 will be adjusted to $20.88. The final on that, the 89,606.40 will be changed to 86,860.80. Court officers, there's 4 of them, 22 hours total. Currently, $22.24. They work 22 hours per week, and that is a per contract 2.75. That would be increased to $22.85. And for the 4, the proposed budget is $26,140.40. And that clerk to justice, just make a note that we're going to change that from court clerk to justice.
Okay.
Under the point 2, under equipment, there is nothing there under the equipment. Total for the personnel line is, the proposed budget request was $163,746.80, and the adjusted number is $161,292.80. Under the point 4, 1110.4, language line. Language line, we had a expense in 2024 of $36.75. In 2025, we budgeted $150. Year to date is $45. Proposed budget request is $150, and I would like to drop that to $100.
Excuse me? So I got the new expenditures, and the 2025 is now currently at 5475 for the language line. I got the new
5475?
expenditures, correct.
All right, and I'd still like to drop that down to the $100. And keep in mind, if we end up having to utilize more than that, we will have to find that money. But I believe $100 sounds good. Gentlemen, what do you think?
Well, 2024 was almost, they used a little more than a third, so. Yeah. 100 you would think should cover it.
Right, agreed? Councilman Flaherty?
Yep.
Yeah.
Transcriptions. In 2024, we utilized $346.50. In 2025, the budget was $350. Year to date is $0. The budget request was $700, and I would like to keep that at $350.
Okay,
I think
just
that's
to let
gonna,
you know, I have an updated expenditure report on that as well. We have, used $1,249.50 for one transcript. That's what happens when we have just one. If we
Say
have
that
two,
again,
we're real.
1,000 what?
$1,249.50, and it is for, on the expenditure report. Donna Weiner, I don't know if you need to see it,
No.
but it's right here.
Gentlemen, what's your thoughts?
I have no idea.
I wouldn't drop that. If we have two transcripts,
Yeah.
Money, unless you want to take them off somebody else's budget line, that'd be fantastic.
Let me ask you this. Do you, for the transcripts that we had, I think you and I talked, it was probably one of your cases. Were they an eviction case with the transcripts, or were they a criminal case? What were they?
it was, the one case, and I believe I'm correct on, it was the one case that was an eviction case.
Correct.
That's
Yes,
what I
where we
thought.
needed the transcript in order to submit, the documentation to the county court for the
Yep,
appeal.
understood. That's what I thought it was for. So, that being said, in today's day and age, gentlemen, what's your thoughts? The request is to go from 350 to the 700, and given the fact that
But they
unfortunately
spent
that's,
almost double on
well,
one case.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we should have it at least for one case.
so you tell me, what do you think? The request is for 700.
If they're
I
putting in for
looked at it,
seven,
I looked at it and I lowered it to 350, but they're giving us justification.
Yes.
So you wanna keep it at 700? Or do you
I
wanna
feel-
lower it to 350, or do you wanna meet somewhere in the middle? What do you,
I don't know, I feel comfortable at seven if they spent, like I'm saying, they spent almost double.
Double that.
Do you feel comfortable with 7, or do you want more?
Or we want at least for one transcript.
I think if we do more and we don't use it, it's just still there.
Correct.
Because like the one did cost $1,200. And then I have one that a woman is trying to get the town to pay for. If she doesn't come up with the funds, right now it's on hold because she hasn't submitted the paperwork to the court to have the court pay for it. So I now have one on hold for a transcript, and I don't know how much that one's gonna be.
I don't think you mess with it.
you tell me what you wanna do. Like I said, I lowered it to 350, the justification's there, I'm okay with leaving it at 7, but I'm not okay with increasing it.
I mean, if it's more than 7, we have money in
have
another
reserve-
line
yeah.
that we can just move.
Sure.
So
Right, yeah,
we
so
could do
we
7.
should leave it at 7
Be comfortable.
and not move
Yes.
it.
I'm with that.
Okay, we'll leave that at 7.
Trim that.
Okay, the interpreter. In 2024, we did not spend anything. In 2025, we budgeted $500. We did not spend anything, and I would like to lower that to $250.
How much does
Uh,
an interpreter cost?
if you have one sign language case, it can be quite pricey. We had one a few years back. We haven't come across one recently, but I can say it was either 22 or 23 that we did have a sign language interpreter
So
here
that's
for
only
many
sign
hours.
language.
Yeah,
Correct.
because county pays for our linguists.
And the only thing, the last 2 years, like you said, it was 500, 500, 0 and 0 was spent.
And technology is coming around. I don't want to shortcut it. I don't want to wipe it out completely, but my recommendation is $250.
That would be fine, because I believe if they're here and they're only here for like 4 hours, I believe it's $240.
Okay,
So that sounds good.
250?
250 is
250
good.
sounds good.
Plus there's reserves.
Okay, next will be the court stenographer. And this again is a 0 in 24 and a 0 in 25. So this request is for $1,250, and I would like to lower that to $750.
We keep lowering
That's
it.
my recommendations. You guys can speak
Can I
up.
just ask a question? Judge Ashton, are we gonna have, are you gonna need a stenographer for the town's trial?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're not there. I can't talk about that anymore.
Yeah, if we get a court stenographer for anything and we lower it,
No, my recommendation still stands fast at the $750. I do understand and appreciate the fact that we want to fund all these lines and have a piggy bank, so to speak, to break open and pay for this stuff at the time, but I also understand the realization of it is I do not want to collect money from the taxpayers, put it in that piggy bank and not spend it. The taxpayers are strapped for their bills as well. So in respect for that, that's why I'm looking at this and trying to be realistic. And the court stenographer line, again, the request is for $12.50. My recommendation is $7.50.
Yeah, because if you look at the trend, or I would guess lack of trend, maybe you would say, with 0 and 0, it's still showing you got the money, but nothing was used, so.
Yep. Gentlemen,
$750.
Steve?
That's fine.
Okay, $7.50. Next is our special prosecutor. In 2024, we expended $15,513.75. The budget was $20,000 for 2025, and I do have a number here of $9,187.50. The request is for $20,000. I'd like to lower that to $18,000.
We're currently up to 10,447 with the special prosecutor, and we have a new bill that just came in that we don't have added to this as well.
Is that bill for $10,000?
It's 12,000.
The new bill that's coming in?
It's in for the vouchers, it's 1,200, not 1,000, I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh.
1,200.
Yeah, all right, so again, my recommendation
15 would
is,
do it.
that's justification to
18.
drop it to the 18.
Or
You're good
18?
with 18?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, next is uniform allowance for the 4 court officers. We expended $325.50 in '24. The budget in '25 was $350. The request is for $350, and I think that's fair. I think that's good. Let's see. Reference books and updates. So in '24, we did $926.30. The budget request was $700. In '25, we expended $776.64, and the request is for $1,000.
Just leave it.
I would almost say leave
I
it.
would say leave that as well. Supplies, these are the envelopes, laser levels, legal pads, ink, and we expended $3,036.57 in '24. We budgeted $4,000 in '25, and we expended $1,635.15. The request is for $4,000. I would like to lower that to $3,000.
Do we have a year-to-date on that?
I do, 1,750.
Oh, that's where we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
3.
good?
Yes.
$3,000, okay.
Okay, then we have the meals, transportation, and mileage. And we do have a pool car, so we're utilizing that. And that is saving us money. We still will have to supply meals for training and what have you. But the expenditures, and keep in mind, that's mileage and everything. In 2024, the expenditures were $1,362.71. We budgeted $2,000 in '25. In 25, we expended $356.86. The request is for $1,500. I would like to lower that to $500.
Sounds
Do you
good.
have any training that's like,
Because basically
do you have
now
any
that's,
training that's mandatory that has to be renewed or come up? Anything like
I already went
Yeah,
through
they
mine.
they will be
This
going on
is
training
real.
in
that? I was
26.
just curious if there was like,
basically all for me.
I have to do it biannual type of thing, so I didn't
Yeah.
know if you guys were.
Yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
ours is
Okay.
just annually.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and now we provide transportation, so we have a
what
great
are we
savings in
dropping?
that.
So basically it's for meals
500.
then, right?
Yeah, $500. So this is the New York Association mandatory training 4 at $1,000. In 2024, we expended $1,007. The budget request in 2025 was $3,500. We expended $1,068.51. The request is for $3,000. I would like to drop that to
15.
$2,000.
I wouldn't do that, because when new clerks come in, they're gonna need that mandatory training, and
Mm-hmm.
then they're gonna have to fight for that money to be on that line.
Well, I still feel comfortable dropping it at $1,000 to $3,000, given what we have right now and what the numbers are looking.
So you're
That's my
taking 1,000
recommendation,
off
but
that?
it's up to the board.
1,000 off.
So we'll take the request from 3,000 to 2,000.
Oh, you think 1,500 wouldn't cover it? They spent 1,068.51 this year, right?
Will be.
So that's almost
But we're
three
also-
times the amount?
I think you leave it at the two. I wouldn't trim it too
Okay.
much. I wouldn't go too crazy, because if you do get some turnover.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah.
So the New York Association fingerprinting, not every year, so I take it there's a zero request here. This must not be the year. New York State Magistrate Association, there's two at $155. That the request is for $310. I believe that's accurate. We also have the New York State Magistrate Association Court Clerks 2 at $60. That's $120. The request is for $150. My recommendation is to do the $120 as stated.
Okay, 120.
And the U.S. Magistrate Association 2 at $75. The request is for $150, and that's spot on for the $150. We have the Ulster County Court Clerks Association 2 at $30. We expended $60 in '24. We budgeted $100 in '25. We spent $60. The request is for $100, and I would like to take that to $60.
They said they were raising, but I still haven't heard anything.
All right, and the court security training and licensing. So the court security and licensing, we expended in 2024, $1,162.06. We budgeted last year for '25, $2,000. I see nothing year to date. The request is for $2,000. I would like to lower that to
There
$1,250.
is, Anthony, did some training that is on the new expenditure report, is $97. I don't know when John, or, Janet, or when theirs have to be come and due, but when they do come due, they're not.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be pretty much spot on, but I do understand that. So, again, $1162.06 for '24, the $2,000 request, and knowing what we know with that information, the request for $2,000, I would still recommend $1,250.
1250.
1,250. That sounds good.
Okay, the post office box fees, two at $188. We expended $340 in 2024. I think it went up, twice last year? The Postal Service keeps on raising the rates. The request is for $376. I believe that's accurate, $376. The record purge in shredding, in '24, we expended $731.85. We budgeted last year $780. This year to date, with this filing here, is $299.52. And you had stuff after that.
$374.40 is
Yep.
updated.
So you do a lot of purging, so that $780, I'm gonna recommend that we leave that. The Samsung copier service contract from Allstate, that is a contract. Did that go up from $395 to $432?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna recommend we leave that. The same thing, let's see here, under the vector service contract.
Correct.
That goes to 502. I'm gonna recommend we leave that. Also, the IT service. So the IT service covers anything that your contract does not cover, correct? You utilize our guys, come in and do whatever. I'm gonna recommend that we leave that at $200 as well. If you guys would do the math on that.
29250.
What do you come up with?
Total?
Total on that .4.
What was it? 3830?
Excuse me?
3830?
I got 28,738. Let me do it again.
Steve, what'd you have?
3830?
Yes, that's what I came up with too.
30830.
Yes.
Okay. It's not 38, it's 30830.
Uh-huh. I think I see right where I did it. 0.
830.
Yes, sir.
And then
Yeah.
distilled. 192. 122.
192. What?
122.8.
What did you guys get for the .1?
I'm getting a different.
Total?
161, 292.8.
I got 161, 293, 70.
I didn't do that math. I just wrote that. What was your number? I'm sorry.
161, 293, 70?
Let's do that over again.
161, 283, 70?
I got
No, no,
290.
no, no, no,
I
no.
got 283.
That's what I got. I could be wrong.
I got 161, 293, 30.
We're all off.
I apologize. 161, 292, 80. It's 80. So I'm adding this up again because this is crazy.
I try to do it as I'm going.
Plus
That one was
700 plus 250 plus 250 plus
Okay, let's see.
3 plus 3 plus 5 plus plus 20 plus 50 plus
I don't have
I
great
got what
notes
Tiff
on
got.
that one.
161, 293, 70 here.
plus
I don't, so.
Either.
plus
But I got it here.
376
That's what I got, okay.
plus
Okay.
0 plus 502 plus 200 equals 28,738.
And then the total is this. New total.
So, my notes there. What do we have on the point
total
4?
total or the
No,
first?
point 4. What did you get on the point 4? I want to make sure I get this right.
30830.
30830.
Yeah.
And on the point 1,
161,293.7.
point 70.
And then
Okay.
add those two.
What do you have on your point 1? Same thing?
Yes.
Okay, 161,293.70. 161,293.70.
And then the total is 192,123.7.
161,293.
192,123.7.
223.7. Okay, so 161, 293.
192.
123.
Plus,
Point seven.
0.7. 07.
Point 70.
70.
There you go.
Okay.
okay, so a total budget request for that line is $190,031.70.
No.
No?
192.
Oh, wait, no, I need two. Hang on. Let me do this again. I want to get this right. 161,293. 3.70 plus 28738. Equals. Okay, what do you have?
So, total aggregate?
Total altogether.
192, 123.7.
0.7. Gentlemen? Is that what you
Yes.
get? Yes. Good? Okay, so the total budget request for 1110 for the justice line is $192,123.70.
Correct.
Okay. Any questions, comments, concerns?
I think Anna Maria and I, and we haven't spoke about this, but you can correct me, Anna Maria, we were good with just taking the $500 raise. We've always, since I've been on the bench, it's just, we've been just taking a straight 500. So, I would still recommend us to go back to that. And then I believe last year during, the budget preparation, and sitting with the board, we talked about the court clerk issues with, the raises, keeping in parity with what happened with other clerks within the town. And I believe that the comments that were stated last year, and I'm not sure of the exact wording of that, was that we would look at that again this year.
And we did, and last year, we did not have parity across the board. And we did not have parity, we gave different raises to different departments. This year, we agreed as a board going into the budgeting season that the 2.75 was gonna be steadfast. I totally understand your concerns with that, and I appreciate very much what, both of you are willing to take or not take when it comes to budget time. But budget time is the position, when it comes to an elected official, that's a position that we're budgeting for. So if we chop that position in the future, we're going to be behind in the monetary value of that position. So it's our feeling that we're not going to lower that position. But again, we respect the fact that you're willing to give and constantly do give and constantly go above and beyond, as well as the other employees do too. So we do understand that.
So we're going across the board with it?
This is what we're doing with this department, and
I was gonna say, because we're going across the board. Is there
2.75.
longevity somewhere along the line?
No, it's 2.75.
Okay.
This is a non-union position,
Right.
and this is what we have today. This is what we're facing. Judge Maciosa?
Well, I want to concur with, Judge Ashdown on both positions. As for both of us, we're comfortable with the limiting any salary increase for us to 500. And I think, based upon the conversations that the board had, with all due respect to our clerks, I find that, it is incumbent upon us to speak to their situation. And that, as court clerks, looking at the work that they do and the position that they have, and looking at, salaries, they continue to lag behind. And we are certainly sensitive to the economic factors, facing the town during the budget season, and certainly facing all the families in the town, and our court clerks included. And the fact that, we are once again, with respect to these two individuals, deferring any significant, increase in their salary, which is something that is long overdue with respect to these two individuals. So I would beg that the court might, that the board might reconsider this position with respect to the court clerks. That looking at their current salaries, looking at the struggle that they have economically to, for themselves, and to face the current economic climate, and the fact that, once again, we're looking at deferring them now for a second year. So I would beg that the board might reconsider that position, just on a very humanitarian level.
Yeah, I will speak on behalf of the board, and you guys can jump in any time, but we'll take your request and your thoughts into consideration. And as it stands right now, this is where we are, but we will take that into consideration.
I would just like to add just one thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned the fiscal constraints, right? So there's a lot of, what I would say, adjustment necessary to go forward and prepare for a broader spectrum of leveling, right? That we're kind of all referring to. But we, in a heap, have a very limited amount to adjust to very quickly. So what we're trying to adjust to, which could be a decade-old situation of playing catch-up, it's very difficult to get to that leap in even a year or two, and then to also make fiscal or austerity measures to accommodate for that future, to get to that living wage, we'll call it. So it's in preparation for that, you have to have a little bit of austerity in the adjustment to prepare for our fiscal budget to offset what we're trying to do. That's the objective, I think, long-term for everyone, is that we acknowledge that the wages are tough to compare, right? But we also have a time frame where we, as a town, have a limited pool that we have to draw from, and we can only put so much shock into the system, is basically what I would say overall. How does that sound?
I agree.
All right, Mr. Vazio, anything?
No, I think Steve summed it up, because we've talked about this many times.
All right. I thank you very much, and I will make a motion that we take a break until 10 a.m. with the next budget coming in for us. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you all.
Anything, you need a second on the motion first?
Yeah, we got a motion
I will
to go on
second
break
it.
until 10 a.m. with a second. All in favor?